The little flame flutters. Life had clashed with it and won. Though young the flame is old, an old king walking. No spring for him, no blue skies, he loves the past too much. The little flame flutters. Who will protect it from the wind? Now on this note, can we wonder why people wearing polo shirts do well in life? They seem to have money and keep it. So we have the mystery of the polo shirt. And of course it is not really the polo shirt itself, as the shirt is simply a fashion effect of a spiritual thing. The problem with a little flame surviving against a wind is that it is open, and in the spiritual world theft or thievery occurs at the border of things. Men who wear polo shirts have a protective shield. It is true. Men who wear polo shirts feel an expression of self. We can say it is the feeling of a young king. It is confidence, it is hope, it is reassurance, but in the mix of all this is a feeling of self, with awareness, a subtle feeling of guarding self and guarding the things one owns, a protective barrier. This feeling is a barrier of substance in the spiritual world. It is nearby another power which is keeping things and people in our heart, but that is another story. A broken woman or broken man spills everything out. They entangle with the particles at the border of the external. They have taken on the shape of the inferior, they have removed their polo shirt. They are stock traders without a barrier of protection. They hope for the best. The thing of ours that now sits at the border, really just outside of our border, really in no man's land, really touchable by others, are at risk for theft. Human quantum entanglement, if you would allow, by their desires, can actually touch this border, and so can the devil. They must steal at the border. On another note, in the context of stealing, there is something in the spiritual dynamics which we can call a voice. We have been given a voice by God, and this voice can change reality or circumstances. I have been thinking about this because in a sort of dream impression in my mind I saw a demon, and I saw that it took my words and somehow changed them into a scrambling sentence, making the voice impotent. I am not talking about regular speech in the natural, I am talking about a sort of inner voice, in our minds as it were, that ought to speak and go before us and help us with the future. Perhaps the way to find the real voice is, in our prayer and meditation time before God, to feel our exquisite essence, our spirit for once in our life, rather than the self of the organic body, and in this feeling of our deep pure essence, to speak with a voice. There is a voice there, and this voice has power, and we use this voice and with it, standard language, to speak over our belongings and our future.